Welcome to Nuts at Night, episode number 107.
27.
Should I do that again?
And take two.
Welcome. I'm keeping this in. I'm not editing this show. What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Nuts at Night, episode number 101. Oh.
You gotta fix this.
I did not drink a drop
Please be
tonight.
sure.
I'm the only one that does not drink on this show.
What he said
was
before this, he said, "You guys can't drink too much on the show because I don't want you to sound stupid." And continue, Steve.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Nuts at Night, episode number 107. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, downloading, watching live, however you're getting the content here. Nuts at Night is a show about nothing in particular. We kind of just try to bring some interesting stuff to the show, and we hope to like it. Some of us do. Starting with Steve D'Amico from smdcomputer.com and whatever other site he's mustered up these days. What's going on, man?
Hey. Not much.
Is there any other sites that we should talk about of yours, or just... I know you've been working on a couple, and...
The crappy crap is still in slight dormancy.
I got you. Yeah, it had this like revival where like the coffin door popped open and then it just shut on itself again.
Yes.
I would like to see more of that. Actually,
the coffin door opened up and then everybody got a whiff and then it slammed shut.
Oh, decomp.
All right. Also joining us Liam Tidwell from liamtech.com. What's up?
Busy. Keep him busy.
Keep him busy. Last week you said you were killing it. You killing it this week?
No, last week it was killing me. This week I'm killing it.
Oh, good, man. That's awesome. A lot of guys are keeping busy this week, like Chris Barry from Technology Adventures.
Hey, everybody. Sorry I let Eric take my spot last week, but it'll never happen again.
That's all right. I'm changing the name on the screen right now because I forgot to.
Oh, hey. Whoa, that stings.
It will never happen again.
I remember Eric having much neater hair than that. Like, I think Eric actually combed his hair before he got on the show.
There he is. I have that on tape. You saying that, Chris, so Chris will be on every show from now on. Thank all you guys for coming on. Steve D, why don't you start us off in usual Nuts at Night fashion?
Sure. We'll talk about some tech.
I need to log into the chat.
No! Link. Anyway, so I think I had a pretty horrific job. I think it's going to be kind of funny. I think you guys are all going to kick out of this. Now, Liam knows the story, so don't chime in. Just shut up, all right? Shut your face! Anyway, okay. So I had this great job. Lady comes in. She comes in. She says that her computer's coming up and it says no bootable devices. So you know what that means. So I get the system in. She comes in with it. It's just simple Dell, but this one was a little bit different. She had her own blank hard drive for me to install on. You know, she didn't have to rely on me going to pick one up or have one in the stock. So I was like, oh, wow, that's convenient. Your own hard drive. Nice. So I told her basically I want to do a data recovery and then install Windows. Real straightforward. The internal hard drive that was supposed to be working for the data recovery is completely toast. So I was like, oh, well, I have to give her that bad news. So then she leaves. I tell her, no problem. I'll do your Windows install. Everything should be fine. Real easy. But then all of a sudden, naturally, the brand new hard drive in the retail box does not work. What's so funny? He's making robot. Okay, all you audio people, Liam is making robot noises. Anyway, so then the brand new hard drive from this client is dead inside the brand new box, unopened. Right?
Really?
So So I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I call her up and say, look, it's gonna be another day because I gotta go out and get another one, and I was just out.
It was a Seagate, wasn't it? I bet.
Yes, it was. So I went out and I went out to a Micro Center, picked one up, drove back, eventually came back. Pop the brand new, off the shelf, rip open the box, rip open the bag, stick the drive into the system. Dead hard drive.
Really?
Dead like a doornail. Dead. Like it would start up and boom and shut off.
It's not like a bad power supply frying these things as you put them in, is it?
Well, that's what everybody's. Well, now this is technically speaking, this is the third hard drive that this computer has seen. You know, so I mean that's what I started to think after I saw that, but. I didn't come to that conclusion because each of the 3 hard drives failed in 3 separate ways.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And plus these, I took a brand new drive and I jammed it into. I took each time they were failed, I was sticking it into a different system, my bench system. So I was like, wow, this is 2 brand new hard drives in a row, Western Digital, out of the box. So then I went to Best Buy, picked up a Seagate, slapped it in there, and it worked perfectly fine. Installed Windows and sent it on its way. But before that, though, I forgot to set the AHCI, the BIOS, to ATA. So Windows was all screwed up and acting really weird on the install. So now I tried to install Windows basically 3 times on this system, and I had this many hard drives just to do a Windows install. So my big question was, how many technicians does it take to install Windows XP, really? You know? Apparently, it was more
Whoa. Did you just compare yourself to a technician? I find that offensive. How about you, Chris?
Chris, are you muted?
Nothing.
He's muted. He muted himself.
Oh, I said, how much did you charge for that? $29.95?
No. 120. I'm actually a little higher than my competition.
Including the hard drive?
No, not including
Okay.
the hard drive. No.
That's good, man.
Yeah, good for
Yep.
you.
Yeah, that's not bad, right?
No,
And that's
It's not bad at all.
I'm 150 for a DC jack.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
so not too bad, huh? And I charge
Ooh.
actually another $25 for the hard drive too. So if it costs, whatever, like $55, I'll slap another 20 or 25 roughly.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yep.
You got all those dead hard drives. Now were they like the new were like all 2 terabytes or?
No,
Oh.
both of them were 500 gig hard drives. Actually, all the hard drives that I
Let
was
me
talking
guess.
about were 500.
And what brand were they?
Or Western Digital, he said.
I think there was a
Yeah.
Seagate, the original
Seagate
original
was
dead
the one that finally worked for you.
Well, no, the original dead one, the one that came with it that was dead and needed the recovery and was a disaster. That one was
Seagate.
that was the Seagate, but it didn't matter. It was the 2 Western Digitals that were brand new.
Yeah.
That were and they were from 2 different stores. One was from one was ordered from Newegg. The client ordered it from Newegg, and then the other one was from Micro Center. So it was 2 different separate places.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I remember.
WD's getting crappier, I think.
Really?
I
I remember a customer I had came off of Angie's List, and these are the kind of people. These are the kind of people that you really want to take care of. She came in and she's like, "I want a Western Digital hard drive because she needed a new hard drive. She had a bad hard drive. She's like, I want a Western Digital. I'm like, I kind of took it with a grain of salt. Like, well, Seagate's better. It's got a 5-year warranty. At the time, they had a 5-year warranty, and Western Digital had 2. And I'm like, I put a Seagate in. When she found out, she got really upset, and the thing freaking seized on her. Like, that sucks. The only customer that came in requesting a brand of a hard drive, and I put a different one in, and it freaking. I bet you she threw the thing down the stairs. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, that's a good estimation. Was it a desktop?
Yeah, it was definitely a desktop.
She definitely threw it.
Yeah, you know what? Hitachi drives are really good. I really do like them too. I just saw that in the chat. I've been buying a few of those as well. They're on sale.
Really?
Really, that's your 3 choices anymore. Hitachi,
Yeah.
Seagate, and Western Digital.
Huh.
That's right. Yeah, you used to be able to get Samsung here and there.
Right. Not anymore?
Not really, no.
Interesting.
I don't see it. I only see Hitachi, Hitachi, Seagate, and Western Digital. And Hitachi isn't much of it. It's mostly Seagate and WD. And the real cheap ones are usually Seagate.
Huh. Okay.
I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what they are. I've been noticing that there's just the failure rate of hard drives is it's just retarded. It's at a retarded level. It doesn't matter if it's new, old. If you saw it 3 months ago, the system, I don't care what it is. If it enters my door, I test it. If it's a hard drive at all, I don't care what the situation is. And I'm using C tools to check most of them, but Crystal Disk Info is pretty good too.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. Hard drives are an amazing device. There is it's pretty much the only moving part in the computer besides the fans. Things spinning super fast. All your data's on it. So many little parts in it. In my opinion, they last a long time for what they are. They're pretty fantastic, really. They're super quiet. They're the best part in the computer. Like, technology-wise, I think.
But they're not the same. They're not the same they used to be. They used to be so much more reliable. And now
You're so old.
No.
You know what?
Here's the thing. They weren't more reliable. We put less demand on them. I mean, like your file count now versus your file count back in the day. I mean, the amount of things that have to work together for your
how much
computer
fits
just to
on one
boot?
platter?
No, I disagree with you guys completely. I think the real problem here is that I think the failure rate's higher. They last shorter periods of time. They're dying in like a year and a half, a lot of them, and they're secretly dying. They're causing freeze ups, reboots, shutdowns, crashing of applications. They're just acting really strange. Like they work forever and suddenly, and then they don't work at all. I mean, they're just so weird that it's so hard to diagnose them. I test them all. I can't tell you because I'll tell you this: a few times already, somebody comes in with a bad motherboard. There's a hard drive also dying inside the system. So
Really? See, I don't get that. I don't change many drives, man. Like I maybe change
rarely.
one in 25 computers that come in is a bad drive.
Maybe there's some kind of
for me.
Maybe there's some kind of magnetic force field near my office or something, and they're walking
dirty
past
power.
You know what it is, Steve? It's like you get it in spurts, right? So right now you're seeing tons of drives. So now you're going, man, drives suck. But like in a month from now, you won't see a hard drive break, and it'll all be, power supplies. And then that'll happen for 2 months. You go, stupid power supplies are made so crappy. And then it'll be something else. Everything in this business is like crazy, crazy spurts of things.
I disagree because this spurt has been going on for about 6 months.
You're very disagreeing today.
I know.
It's been a long time. I've been seeing a lot of them. Actually, I got burned on one. This guy really held me to he really tried real hard to hold me to an estimate that I gave him for bad motherboard, but it turned out I had a bad a hard drive as well. And I was really, really adamant on sticking with it. And I left a little bit of room in there where it didn't really hurt me too much, but I lost another $30 on the whole job. I mean, I ate it. I'm still made, money. I was still okay in the end, but I mean, I did clone a drive because it was dying. The system ran. I mean, I want you guys to know the system runs. It was just occasionally freezing. Like it froze on me 3 times in about like a good 3-hour testing, that I gave it. So, I mean, it's just like a occasional freeze up, and then and then the system would lock up and then work again for no reason. And it was the hard drive because it was dying.
See, I think that's where you got to make very clear to your customer. An estimate and a quote are different.
Yeah, no.
No. Well, an estimate and a quote are the same. An estimate, a quote, comparative to an invoice are different. So if I give you an estimate or a quote, they are roundabouts. I'm not totally 100% sure and give a little bit of leeway. If it's an invoice and I invoice you for it, it's what it's going to be.
See, I treat a quote and an invoice as the same.
All right.
You
guys all have shops and stuff. I'm so left out of this conversation. This should be an episode of Podnutz. I actually did want to have all you guys on an episode of the Round Table.
That'd be fun. I want to do that.
You want to do that? All right, let me change the background.
I'm not doing it. Oh, we get to do it right now? Sweet.
Good. Welcome to Podnutz.
Episode 407. What?
185.
Oh, man. All right, and you guys are done talking about this, or?
Yeah, Steve D's wrong. We're all right. Continue on.
Steve D, are you good on this?
Yeah, I'm. It's really kind of an opinion. It's what I see. Whatever,
I got you. All right, Liam, what do you got?
I got a quick tip for you. If you're going to be repairing cell phones, this is my graveyard from the last week, just busted screens and such. Be careful. Glass is sharp.
Did you cut yourself?
Just saying. Oh, all the time.
Yeah?
But here's what I want to talk about. So I had a gal pull up to my shop. She's parked all crazy. I can see her from my front door window. In this super nice convertible 2-seater Beamer. And she jumps out, runs to my door, opens the door halfway, hands this over my monitor to me. And it had a sticky note with her name and phone number. And it says, "Hey, take a look at this, see if you can fix it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure, no problem, whatever."
iPhone 3GS. And then she ran out. She ran away?
And then she ran off. I'm like, all right. So I open it up, and this is what I see. I'm like, it's just a busted screen. No biggie, right?
All right.
No big deal. And then I'm like,
Turn it around.
wait a
Turn it
second.
around.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, wait a second. Why is this screen protector is